Yes, guys, Jim Rat Pack back in the house with myself, Larry of the Bammy World, and
Damien actually in the house. What's up, people?
And
Ray Valentine.
Anyway, we are, as always, Gym Rats and Actors, giving you our perspective on everything entertainment, especially movies and TV.
Yep.
Right, and with that said, topic number one is going to be a reaction to the 5th episode of She-Hulk. Needless to say,
Tumbleweed.
My man said it all.
Yeah.
Needless to say, listen, I'm going to tell it how it is. You know me. It was trash. It was garbage. Garbage.
Garbage. It wasn't even garbage, it was garbage.
trying to make it posh.
And it's weird because my man didn't watch episode 3 and 4 to do the reaction with us, remember? Mm-hmm. He finally watches episode 5 and it's trash.
I blame you.
You're not enticing my man to watch the rest of this shit, you know what I mean?
Trash.
But since you've watched it and you didn't join in the first, I'm going straight to you first, bro.
Okay.
What did you think of it?
All right. Well, so the woman stole her identity, She-Hulk.
Yeah. She trademarked her
name.
Yeah.
She's got to fight in court for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yada, yada, yada. She's got to prove herself. I think it was very meh. It was awful.
I think Mayor's putting it nicely.
Because, all right, it was sort of an okay storyline. But because of the timing of it, it was too quick. It was too, everything fit into place too quickly.
I take issue with a good story. I thought the story was trash.
I mean,
I thought everything about... The only redeeming quality about that episode was showing Daredevil's costume at the end. That was literally the only thing.
But even then, I was just a bit like, what's the name? This guy's making the costume.
The reason I say that is because at first I thought that was just going to be another part that was going to go on simultaneously. So, all right, that's a little B-line plot. But it was the A-line plot. And then it went nowhere.
Yeah.
And then it was just... Oh yeah, we can get all the boyfriends. Oh yeah, She-Hulk. She was great. She was great. She was great. And then it's like, yeah, you won the case.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
I know.
Who wrote that? Who got the big bucks to write that nonsense?
Well, probably the same guys that wrote the first 4.
Probably isn't, though.
It could be.
They change all the time.
You could be right as well. You could be right.
I'm thinking,
you could be right.
Who
You could be
took
right.
this storyline and thought anyone would care?
Yeah, man. I completely agree. I'm not even going to rehash that by doing a quick recap.
No, forget the recap.
It just weren't worth
doesn't
it.
deserve a recap.
It weren't worth it at all.
That's like 25 minutes I'm never going to get back. I just wasted. It's like a B-Tech budget version of The Devil Wears Prada or something.
And do you know? And do you remember we were saying that this was getting up there?
Yeah.
As like one of the Disney
one
Plus.
of the better ones.
Yeah. And it just
Filler episode. It better get better because that was just a filler episode. Was one of my kids could have wrote that script.
Honestly, I ain't even going to dispute that. That's
awful.
It was that
awful,
bad.
awful. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Disappointed. Disappointed.
You done my man dirty, man.
Done me dirty.
Yeah, man. But listen, Damien, what did you think of episode 5 of She-Hulk?
This is the only thing I get time to watch because this show, I make time to watch that show and you're wasting my time. So to carry on from Leon's point, it wasn't very good, Disney. I don't know what happened this week, but you decided to throw, nothing at it and hope that something would come out of it, and it didn't. I'll tell you one thing I don't like, and you've definitely turned me off of. Titania is not a bad guy I'll be tuning in for. That was the most annoying character I have ever seen committed to a Disney show.
Yeah, bro.
Like the first one, okay, she might be a kind of comical bad guy when she comes in through the courtroom and smashes everything up.
Yeah.
By this episode, it's like, excuse me? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There was nothing to her. She was so flat and 2D.
Yeah.
I was not interested after the second line she had.
Didn't help that you put a not likable actress as playing that character as well. But anyway.
I don't know the actress. Personally, I have no idea. But the character
had no depth.
Yeah.
Nothing.
If anything, you should have got a real bitch, basically.
Yeah.
If anything, stern,
her lawyer.
I'm going to destroy you.
Her lawyer would have been a great villain.
Yeah,
she's good.
She would have been.
She was the only redeeming quality for me. But
Yeah,
even then, they gave her a throwaway line, which is like, I thought you were going to buy a better suit. After they were starting to get on. That made no sense.
Yeah.
You just started to have that chat and that.
But she would have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would have been better as a villain.
Cast as Titania.
Yeah,
much better.
She would have been brilliant.
100%.
She was underutilized.
Remember we were talking about, because you don't really know Jamila. I don't really know her that well.
Yeah.
But we are familiar with the name.
Yeah.
And seen her in a couple bits. And we said straight away we were not fans of her acting, basically. So
Well, neither am I now.
yeah, well.
So I'm out.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out on that one. But
Yeah.
episode 6 better turn the car around, because if
Yeah.
you don't, I'll be jumping off to episode 7.
Being the Daredevil fan that you are, were you a little bit G'd up by the costume though?
No.
Oh wow!
And I thought I would be.
That's what I thought.
I thought I would be.
I thought at least Damien would
No,
appreciate.
no, I thought I would be. But it felt like such a cheap thing. Like, this episode was so bad, we've got to get him in with something. Here's a golden dead, and it's not even. It's gold in there.
This is to make you watch it next
No,
week.
but that was the original.
I know it's the original one.
yeah,
I
it's the
still,
original.
I don't want to change it, but yeah.
I personally prefer the red.
I prefer
And
the
the red is more synonymous with Daredevil now.
Yeah.
But he did start off with the yellow.
But this
So,
is how dry it was.
Yeah.
It didn't even have an after credit scene. Wasn't even a post credit scene this week. So like, we got nothing.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. 100%.
All the writers were
Yeah.
just out.
Yeah.
Out to lunch.
I don't know what they were doing.
All of them
bro.
were out to lunch. It was awful.
Yeah,
It was
listen,
awful.
I agree totally with what you guys said. My issue also with that storyline is that it just made no sense. So you talked about the first episode when she busts into the courtroom and where She-Hulk had to knock her out, remember?
Yep.
Right? Now all of a sudden, she's not... Remember that they did this whole thing about free Titania and now she's free. How does that work? You bust into a courtroom, like that alone is how many crimes in itself.
Yep.
Like,
Can you imagine?
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, in the States as well.
Yeah. Right.
This ain't the UK. That's 99 years.
Right, right.
And your family.
Right. And then all of a sudden you're free and doing your social media bullshit.
Yeah.
Like how does that work? That's why I took with the story.
It didn't make
Didn't make sense
No,
at
it
all.
wasn't.
How is she out now doing this and that and
No.
all that bullshit?
don't make no sense.
That didn't make sense.
I don't think
And-
they ran this past Kevin.
Probably not.
Yeah. Kevin goes,
Probably
all right.
not. Kevin,
Them ones were all right. Go on,
I trust
carry
you,
on.
you're fine.
They've effed it up on the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
one. There's no
100%.
way Kevin would
100%.
read this script and say, great job, guys.
Yeah, because
That's great job.
You're for real.
Great job. Give yourself a promotion. You know them ones. Kevin Feige is going to turn.
That made no
Mad.
sense to me, right? So that part in itself, I was just like, I'm out, right? So the only thing that kept me watching, as my man said it, was to review it for you guys, right? But also, I took, and Leon will probably speak more to this, I took issue with the fact that when they were in the bar talking about, you're a superhero and you should have the pick of the litter, but literally these are the only men that you... And I'm thinking, actually, it's the other way round in real life. Let's get it right. So stop promoting this agenda. See, this is when these, the people that are talking about shows being woke, that's when they have something to complain about. Things like that, do you know what I mean? Because now they're trying to spin it, we have to be perfect, us women, and yet we still don't get the guys that we want. No, actually, it's the other way around, which is what we've been saying all along with some of our After Dark videos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I took issue with that as well. And the guys that keep saying about how the show's woke and this, that, and the other, well, that's what they're talking about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But overall, the show was rough. I mean, even my missus didn't like the show. Even my missus didn't like that episode.
Put it this way, yeah? She's a green monster. Why would I want a green monster? Now, if the Hulk was going in the bar and trying to get a few girls, like, you gotta be out of your mind to want to go there.
Yeah, but you know what? There's women that would.
There's some that would.
You know that there's women that would. You know what I mean?
But I'm just saying, generally, women would run scared if the Hulk smash.
That proper Hulk.
What?
Proper Hulk. Not Professor Hulk, proper Hulk.
Yeah, proper Hulk.
Yeah. Okay,
Proper,
yeah.
Hulk smash.
Hulk smash.
You were like, that's all right.
Yeah.
But they still were talking, ho, 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 you can smack me all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, oh man, but yeah, I was, for me, the Daredevil costume at the end did G me up slightly.
Yeah.
But then
It didn't make the episode good.
It didn't make the episode good. But now that Damien's not feeling it, and I can see why he's not. Because how is Daredevil going to look in this show? Do you see what I'm saying? Do
Because
that's why I see where you're coming
because
from.
of the tone of the
Right,
show.
right.
Keep him out of this.
I prefer him because he is going to be in it. That's the problem.
Maybe he should come in for one show and get
I
out.
hope it's
quick.
only just one episode.
He needs
Get
to
out.
come in, have no dialogue apart from one quick line, kick a lot of ass and leave.
I really
Yeah,
hope that's
that's
the
it.
case because the tone of the show doesn't, especially when we've seen Daredevil in a Netflix series. Regardless of whether they want to say it's continuity or not, it's canon or not. It doesn't matter. We've already seen the same actor as Daredevil in another show. Brilliant. So now tonally this show's gonna be different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which then speaks to how is the tone going to be for the actual Daredevil show? Do you know what I mean? It starts to make us question these sort of things.
But then,
this is why I see where you're coming from.
But then tonally, Wong's been in this, and we know that when he's in the universe of Doctor Strange, he's in his own.
That's true.
So
That's a good point.
Speaking of which,
That's a
bring
good
back
point.
Wong, damn it! I miss him already. I miss Wong.
I even
Bring
miss
him.
Madison.
I miss
Wong
Madison
is-
too. Wongers. Oh, come on, Wongers. Let's
See,
go,
that's
Wongers.
how you bring someone who's off key into a show like that. Like, that's how you do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, not with this. Anyway.
No.
Yeah, Titania. Listen, dead in that. Yeah.
So your rating for this show?
5 out of 10, and I'm being generous.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
You are.
I am.
Because I'm giving it a 3.
I'm giving it a 3 as well.
And being real with you, that's what I should give it. Being real with you, that's what I should give it. I'm giving it a 5 just to be kind. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why I'm inclined to be kind, but
You
yeah,
saw the Daredevil.
yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah. That's the only reason.
That's probably why.
Any other day that should give me a 9 out of 10, but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
today.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, guys, listen, we've said our piece. What did you think of episode 5 of She-Hulk? Do you agree with us that it was trash? Or do you think something else? Leave some comments down below and let us know, yeah?
And if you got this far, please press a like and just help us out.
Yes, and subscribe.
Yes, please.